Oh, he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Customs. Today we got one of our own in here that we got to do some fixing on. This is a 2000 Kia Sportage 4-cylinder standard shift 5-speed 4-wheel drive. This is pretty much one of the old ladies' everyday driver vehicles, and I mean, I've had to do a little bit to it here and there. For the most part, I mean, it's been a good one. I can't complain. But here recently, whenever it gets warm, like you use it for a while, the clutch goes totally dead. And I mean, the pedal will just fall to the floor and you have nothing. Shut it off, wait a while, let it cool down, and you got clutch again. I'm thinking either the slave cylinder or the master cylinder is bad. They're staying stuck open after so much usage. I mean, the thing could need a clutch, pressure plate, but when it's working, the clutch feels really good and it's strong. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to show y'all how to do a master cylinder and a slave cylinder. Always replace them in a pair. I think that's a smart thing to do. But let's go ahead and raise it up. I'm going to do the easy one first, which is the slave cylinder. But we're going to go ahead and block off our fluid flow up here so we don't drain our master cylinder, because this system runs off the fluid of the brake master cylinder. So let's do that first, then we'll raise her up and get that slave cylinder R&R'd. Alright, as y'all can see, right here is the rubber hose, and the new one does come with a new rubber hose, but for now I just want to take it off from this right here. Get it crooked around here where I can get a hold of the little clamp. A little more. Just take your little clamp, mash it. Say chosen words that you probably shouldn't say. And you might get that little clamp to slide back off of there. And you might knock your light down. Oh, shut that off. Alright, as you can tell, the little clamp's going to be a pain. Alright, got the little clamp back far enough, I do believe. Now if I can just get the hose itself off of there. Should say, I don't know what kind of fitting that is, but I have just a little old rubber plug, as y'all can see. Pop that off there and put the little rubber plug in there. Well, that plug's a little loose. Hold on. Yeah, the plug feels a little loose. If that's going to seal good or not. But you can take a bolt like that right there. And now that will seal. Alright guys, slave cylinder is located right here on the passenger side. I'm going to show y'all, explain to y'all what I'm going to do, because it's impossible to get a camera view in there on a stand or what have you. The first thing I'm going to do is that line right there. See that rubber hose? That is a 17 millimeter, and I'll use a good line wrench and get that broke loose. Right up there, you can see right up there on top, hopefully you'll see that, there's two 12 millimeter bolts. And we're going to take them out Then spin the line off, and that assembly will come out. Here's the new one. See the two bolts there? Of course, the hose goes in there. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get that disassembled and out of the way. And there we go. Got the line tightened back up. And that's what I've done first. Spun it up onto the line. And then put it up there. You got to start from the back and come forward so your rod fits in there perfectly. You see it goes right in that end. Tighten up 2 bolts. That's all there is on that for now. We'll get back underneath here shortly. And we'll get this thing bled out. But let's go up top to the hard part and do the slave cylinder. Alright, let me show you the new master cylinder here. Like I said, it did come with a new hose. But this is basically it. This stud right here goes through the firewall into the vehicle. And there's a nut on behind it that you take off from inside. This is your clutch rod. It will go on your clutch pedal. I'll show you how to take that off. Now, this bottom hole here, there's a stud coming through the firewall that comes out, and there's a nut here on the outer of the firewall. I know, really goofy design. I'll show that to you as well. And then our metal line that screws into here, and that's the first thing we'll do. Alright, because I can't get good camera angle and do the work too. There's the line fitting right there, and that is a 10 millimeter. That's the first thing we'll do. And then I think y'all can see that rusty bolt down there. That's what I was talking about, was the big stud. So I'm going to get the line and that big stud first. And they spray some stuff on there. Everything's pretty rusty. And then we'll go inside and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, now up under the dash. Here's the tricky part. Get y'all to see it. See right there. Hopefully y'all can see that okay. Right there. There is like a some kind of weird little pin that stabs up in there and holds that right there. That is a pin that goes through the actual clutch cylinder piece. So what we'll do, we'll take some needle nose and pull this out, and that pin will slide out of there. Then, I don't know if y'all can even see it, right up there on top of all of that, right in there, is that 10 millimeter nut that you take off, and then everything will go out the firewall way. Alright, here we go for clarification. That is the little pin I was talking about, a little clip. This is the pin. It comes in this way through that little U piece and the actual pedal itself. So we've got this out and this out. Now it's time to get that nut off there, then we'll get the whole cylinder out. Alright, we got that nut off the inside. So this should just come out. It's getting hung up on this stupid piece of plastic here. You're going to have to finagle your way around that piece of plastic. And there it is. We got her out. Now, putting it back together is basically just a reverse of what I've done. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in first and get everything hooked up out here, and then go inside and get all of that stuff hooked up. Alright, got everything hooked up. I did have to cut this hose shorter to make it fit correctly, but no big deal. Now, the fun part is bleeding this out. It is a pain, especially when you're by yourself. So, I'm gonna grab a quick bite of lunch and I'll come back and I'll show you how I plan on bleeding this. All right, guys, we can bleed this thing out. Luckily, Casey did show, so I got some help to bleed, which is good because my vacuum bleeder, something's wrong with it. It's just not sealing up, so we can't use it. So what we're gonna do is bleed this pretty much like we do a set of brakes. Casey's gonna jump in, I'm gonna raise it up. I'll open the bleeder valve. Open this way. Yeah, open the bleeder valve. He'll push the pedal down, then I'll tighten it. We'll just keep doing that procedure until we get it bled out. It's that simple. Sounds simple, it's gonna take a while, but that's pretty much how you do it. All right, guys, got it all bled out, doing the method that I was talking about, and it bled out good. We just got through adjusting. As you've seen on the slave cylinder, on the master cylinder, had that rod. Well, that's adjustable. So you can get that perfect pedal height, get that dead play out of there. We got that done. So now, we should start it and see if the clutch works, I reckon. Let's do it. Hook up said battery. Sparky. It's all that horsepower pulling that battery voltage out of there.
Yeah.
When you got that many ponies under the hood.
Big whopping what, 125?
Oh, at least 700-800.
Oh, that was
I
way
put
low.
down that sticker on it, it'd be 1,000 horses. Nice.
Tuntas.
Take it out here in the field, ride it around some, and 100% that will do it. Well, guys, there you go. That's how to do a slave and a master on a little 2000 Kia Sportage. Wasn't that bad. I was sort of dreading doing the master cylinder because of getting underneath the dash. But Casey got the little pin back in there for me. I was having trouble with it. Takes a while to bleed out. Just be patient. Take your time. Besides that, not a terrible job whatsoever. Well, everyone, appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed that and maybe learned a little something. If you would, throw down some comments. If you're able, check out the super thanks below. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Until the next one, well, that everyone has a fantastic day.